This is a tentacle off a giant squid. I want to talk a little bit about giant squids and their place in history. So this is about a kraken made famous recently by Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Notice the size of the suckers. The colossal squid would actually have suckers this big. I'm going to tell you a tale about a Navy ship that was attacked in the 1960s. On the prow of the ship, it had a rubber covering over the, pretend this is a modern Navy ship, it had a circular sonar array over the front. And they had a 1-inch thick rubber around it to enhance the signal reception. And the ship ran into something big enough where it actually jolted the ship just slightly. And they went down there, and the rubber part was partially torn off, and there was teeth, so small hook marks everywhere. The squid has the extra on the end. There's hooks on there, and they found hooks that were monstrously sized in that sound amplifier around the sonar cone. So the kraken may be a crazy name for something that actually exists, the giant squid and the colossal squid. And they were actually pretty common sightings of them. Not common, but they weren't super infrequent like they are now. The submarines find them at lower depths now. Look how big the eyes are. That's, the spread of my fingers right there. That's how big his eyes are. The funny things about these things, they have toroidal-shaped brains. So think of a donut, and that's how their brains look. So here's a comparison of the size. So there's the sperm, the giant, and then they've discovered colossal. And they've discovered sucker marks on the side of sperm whales that would indicate that there's at least one that's actually about that long. So the sperm whales dive down way deep and they eat them. And remember, when a sperm whale coughs up the beak of a squid or an octopus, that turns into ambergris. That's where ambergris comes from. There you go. The kraken. So, anyway, back to the old ships. So the old ships didn't have motors on them. They didn't make much noise. So there was a lot more sightings of sea monsters and kraken. And the sea monsters were just later were called dinosaurs, because the word dinosaur didn't appear till the 1850s. But you had these sailors, and they're throwing feces and fish parts and leftover food over the side. It attract all kinds of stuff to follow it up there, and they're not making any noise, so it actually looks kind of like a wounded animal that's bleeding out. And every once in a while they get attacked by whatever, a shark, or occasionally a kraken. That's all. I'm out.